Oxford Primary Skills, Reading and Writing Level 4 by Tamsin Thompson. Published and copyright Oxford University Press, 2010. Unit 1. Eating Round the World. Listening 1. Read and listen.
Hi, I'm Lin. I'm 11 and I'm from China. Chinese food is really delicious. We eat a lot of rice, noodles, vegetables and meat. We fry or steam a lot of our food. It is very healthy. In China, people don't usually eat with knives and forks. Instead, we use chopsticks and we sometimes use spoons. We usually eat from big serving dishes. We put them in the middle of the table, but we sometimes serve portions of rice in small bowls. In China, we don't think it's rude to reach across the table to take food from serving dishes. We do think it's rude to take the last piece of food from a serving dish for yourself. We offer it to another person instead. That is very polite. When your bowl is empty, someone gives you more food. When you are full, you put your hand over your bowl or leave some food in your bowl. We don't put our chopsticks on top of our bowls. We put them on the table next to us when we finish eating. We don't use napkins, but we usually clean our hands with hot towels at the end of the meal. Do you like Chinese food? Is it very different from food in your country?
Unit 2. Making Music. Listening 2. Read and listen.
Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is probably the most famous composer in the world. He was born in Austria in 1756. He was very clever and he loved music from a very early age. His father, Leopold, was a musician. Leopold was Mozart's music teacher. Mozart learnt to play the piano when he was only 4 years old. He wrote his first music when he was 5. He played the violin too. As a young boy, Mozart travelled around Europe with his father and his sisters. He played music for some very important people. He played in front of royal families in different European countries. When Mozart was 8, he started to write music for the flute and the piano. After that, he wrote music for a whole orchestra. He was a great composer, musician, and conductor. He wrote lots of music and operas, and he became very famous. One of his most famous operas is The Magic Flute. When Mozart grew up, a lot of people loved his music, but he didn't make a lot of money. He was often ill, and it was difficult for him to work. He was married and he had 2 sons. The youngest son, Franz Xaver Wolfgang, was a musician like his father. Mozart died in Vienna when he was only 35, but people all over the world still love his wonderful music.
Unit 3. My Favourite Sport. Listening 3. Read and listen.
Tom and Emma are in the park.
This is my new football kit. Let's play football in the park, Emma.
No thanks. I don't like football.
Why not, Emma? I know you're a basketball fan, but you can like both of them. I think football is more exciting than basketball.
But I can't play football. It's too difficult for me.
No, it isn't. It's easy. There are goal posts at the end of the pitch. You just kick the ball and you try to score a goal.
It's not easy for me. Basketball is much easier than football. You throw the ball through the hoop. That's all. I'm good at throwing. I'm not very good at kicking.
OK, you can be the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper throws the ball.
OK then. Let's play football.
Tom and Emma go onto the pitch with their friends.
Throw the ball, Emma!
OK. Ready? Here it is. Ugh.
Wow! Emma, you're really good at throwing. Maybe that was a bit too far.
Oh no. Sorry.
Unit 4. Future Inventions. Listening 4. Read and listen.
The Museum of Future Inventions. What do you think will be invented in the future? Do you have any ideas? Soon, there will be a Museum of Future Inventions near London. At the museum, you will be able to see models of the machines, cars and robots of the future. The museum will be very big. There will be modern escalators and beautiful glass lifts. Visitors will move through the museum on moving walkways. They will listen to audio guides to find out about the things in the museum. Some of the robots will talk to you. They will be able to talk in a lot of different languages. There will be cinemas, laboratories, classrooms, a cafe and a gift shop in the museum. At the gift shop, there will be fantastic things to buy for your friends and family. There will also be a young inventor laboratory for children with displays of new inventions. Children will make their own future inventions in the laboratory. In the technology room, you will see displays of computers, TVs, and games consoles of the future. There will be very small computers that you can wear like a watch. There will be games consoles and TVs with 3D images. There will be tiny phones you will wear in your ears. Do you have an idea for a future invention? Why not send it to us? We will send you a Future Inventor t-shirt. We will send the best ideas to the museum, and they will put them on the walls of the Young Inventor Laboratory for everyone to see.
Unit 5. Happy Holidays. Listening 5. Read and listen.
Oasis of the Seas is the biggest passenger ship in the world. The lucky passengers have got lots of activities to choose from. The ship has got 16 decks. Each deck has got different areas or zones for passengers to visit. The enormous shopping zone is called the Royal Promenade. There are lots of different shops and places to eat here. There is a shopping mall, lots of different restaurants, and also some cafes. There are lots of different types of food to choose from: British, Italian, Chinese, Indian, and others. This is Central Park. It is the first ever living park at sea. It's amazing! This part of the ship hasn't got a roof. It's got lots of real trees and plants, and it's a great place to relax. There are lots of ways to keep fit on board. You can swim in 4 pools and 10 whirlpools in the pool zone. In the sports zone, you can play basketball, climb rock walls, or play mini golf. Passengers can visit a gym and have some exercise classes too. They can also have dance lessons or skate on an ice rink on the ship. The Youth Zone is a great place for young children and teenagers. They can learn about science or art, or they can just relax and have lots of fun. The entertainment place is the zone where passengers can go in the evening. It's got 2 theatres and 2 cinemas. The bars and restaurants have got live music most nights.
Unit 6. Watching Wildlife. Listening 6. Read and listen.
March of the Penguins. In 2003, 2 French cameramen went to Antarctica to film emperor penguins for a year. Their fantastic film is called March of the Penguins. Emperor penguins are amazing birds. They go on a very long and difficult journey every year. Hundreds of penguins get together and walk more than 100 kilometres across the ice. They walk until they find a safe place for the mothers to lay eggs. After they lay their eggs, the mothers give them to the fathers to look after. Then they walk back to the sea to find food for their new chicks. The fathers stay with the eggs. They balance the eggs carefully on their feet because it is too cold on the ice. The fathers wait for 64 days for the eggs to hatch. They stand close together to keep warm in the snow and icy wind. The mothers come back with food after 2 months. They feed the chicks while the fathers walk to the sea and back to find food for themselves. The parents make several journeys to find food until the chicks are about 4 months old. After that, the parents leave the chicks to look after themselves and return to the sea. March of the Penguins is a very famous film. Lots of people all over the world went to watch it at the cinema. It's a documentary, but it's a wonderful story too.
Unit 7. Survival Tips. Listening 7. Read and listen.
What do you know about jungles? Have you ever been in the jungle? Jungles are very beautiful places, but they can be dangerous as well. You should be well prepared when you go to the jungle. Remember these important tips in case you get lost. They can help you and others in your group survive. 1. Find a hill. Climb a hill so that you can see over the top of the trees. When you've found a hill, look to see if there is a river. You can follow the river out of the jungle to safety. 2. Make a safe camp. Find a dry place, but don't camp very near trees. It isn't safe to camp near trees because trees and branches can sometimes fall. 3. Keep insects away. Wear strong insect repellent to keep dangerous insects away. Always look in your shoes before you put them on. Some insects like to hide in shoes, and they will bite or sting you. 4. Drink lots of clean water. It's hot in the jungle, so it's important to drink enough water. Have you run out of water? Boil some water from a river to make it clean and safe to drink. 5. Try to think happy thoughts. It's very important to stay cheerful. Think about how you will feel when you are safe with your family again. Try not to worry too much. 6. Look up at the sky. The sun and the stars can help you to find your way out of the jungle. Remember these tips, and your trip to the jungle will be a lot safer.
Unit 8. Growing things. Listening 8. Read and listen.
A vegetable garden. Have you got a garden? Do you help your parents or grandparents in the garden? So why not grow your own vegetables? We should all eat lots of vegetables to be healthy, and growing vegetables is a lot of fun. You should always plant vegetables in a sunny place and in good soil. You shouldn't plant vegetables outside when the weather is cold, because they won't grow. What is your favourite vegetable? What vegetables does your family like to eat? Choose the vegetables you want to grow. Tomatoes, onions, corn and beans are easy to grow, and they all taste really great. For tomatoes, you can plant seeds or small plants. For onions, you can plant bulbs. Plant lots of different ones. Then you can see which you and your family like best. Some of them will grow better than others in your garden. You should draw a picture of your vegetable garden so you can remember where you planted your different vegetables. Then you will know what they are when they start to grow. You should rake and water the soil and dig some small holes. Then plant your seeds or vegetable plants in the holes. You should water your vegetable plants every day. The best time to water them is in the morning. Ask a friend or someone in your family to water them when you can't do it. You don't need a big garden to grow vegetables. You could also grow them in big pots. And when your vegetables are ready, you can pick them, wash them, cook them, and eat them. So why not start your vegetable garden today?
Unit 9. Heroes. Listening 9. Read and listen.
A hero and a friend. Hayden Stuzak is from Atlanta in the USA. One day, he was playing in his grandma's swimming pool with his best friend, Josiah. Hayden was practicing diving when he saw Josiah at the bottom of the pool. He was drowning. The adults did not see him. "I was the only person who saw him," said Hayden. Hayden, who is 6 years old, quickly dived into the pool. He dragged 5-year-old Josiah out of the water. A few minutes later, Josiah was breathing again. Everyone called Hayden a hero. "I'm not a hero," said Hayden. "I'm just a good friend."
Earthquake Hero. 9-year-old Lin Hao from China was having a maths lesson with 30 of his classmates when there was a huge earthquake. The school building started to fall down. Lin and his classmates were trapped inside. Lin was able to escape, but his friends were still in the building. Lin went back into the building 3 times to rescue them. "It was my job to look after my classmates," he said.
Good neighbours. Kia Kurtzer, who is from Australia, was looking out of her bedroom window one night when she saw that her neighbour's bin was on fire. 14-year-old Kia first called the fire brigade. Then she ran outside to start to put the fire out. She used water from the garden hose to put out the fire. Her neighbour came to help her. When the fire brigade arrived, the fire was already out. "I was scared," said Kia, "but I think it's important to help your neighbours."
Unit 10. Story time. Listening 10. Read and listen.
Grandpa's new bike. Anna and Jack were staying at their grandpa's house for the weekend. They were looking at some old photos when they found a photo of a teenage boy with a fantastic new bike.
Who's that boy, Grandpa?
Asked Anna. Grandpa looked at the photo and laughed.
That's me, over 50 years ago,
He said.
I really loved that bike. It's in my shed, but it's old and broken now.
Grandpa went shopping. While he was out, Jack had an idea.
Grandpa hasn't got a bike. Let's mend his old bike for him.
He said. Jack and Anna ran to Grandpa's shed and looked around.
Look!
Said Anna, and pointed to an old bike.
It's a great bike.
Jack said.
But look, one of the wheels has fallen off.
Anna found some tools in a drawer, and they mended the wheel. They cleaned and polished the bike so it looked new again. They worked very quickly because they didn't have much time. Then they heard a voice outside. Grandpa was back from the shops.
Anna? Jack? Where are you?
It's Grandpa!
Said Anna. Anna and Jack went outside and showed Grandpa the bike. He was amazed and very happy.
Oh, that's my old bike,
He said.
but it looks new and shiny.
Yes, we mended it.
Said Jack.
We put the wheel back on and polished it for you.
Grandpa was very pleased and excited.
Let's ride our bikes together this afternoon.
He said. Anna and Jack were very happy. They all rode their bikes to the park and had a wonderful picnic in the sunshine.